WIBTA. If I prioritize my oldest son's wishes above those of my wife and my younger children. I have a son who is now 14 from my first marriage. My first wife died when he was 5 and I remarried when he was 7. My wife and I met several months after I lost my wife. We did not enter into a romantic relationship until 16 months after my first wife's passing. However, I know that from starting the romantic relationship to remarrying, we moved fast. I know it was too fast for my son who was young at the time and struggled with the change. I did have him in therapy and our relationship did not suffer. Because of it, he never stopped confiding in me and talking to me, but his relationship with my wife did suffer as a result. He is not close to her and he is not close to his half-siblings. We have done family therapy and my son had therapy to help him with the loss of his mom as well as more recently to help him as he deals with my diagnosis. This all comes into play because I am terminally ill and my son wants to go to live with my late wife's father, brother and his family once I'm gone. He has expressed this to me since the topic of what happens next became a reality we need to prepare for. My wife does not want my son to leave her and the kids after I die. I know my 2 daughters will miss my son a lot since they are old enough at 5 and 6 to remember him. My son told me he would not be happy staying with my wife and other children. He told me he would rather be with his real family. My wife is aware of the conversation my son and I are having over this topic. She spoke on behalf of herself and our kids. She believes I should tell my son he should stay with them since this is his home and she believes it would spell the end of any sibling relationship if he can get away with never seeing our kids. She believes he could grow more fond of them in time. I spoke to my late wife's family and they would gladly have my son. They see him regularly as it is and have always been part of his life. I trust that they would take amazing care of my son, but I also believe my wife would. I believe my son would be happier with his maternal family. I told my wife this and she told me she thought I would want my kids to be close after I'm gone. She thought I respected her as an equal parent in our household, and that I would take more than just what my oldest son wants into consideration. She asked me to really think if it would be best for him. I told him I have been thinking about that. She became angry and we fought about it. I hate fighting with her when I don't have long left. She told me I'm showing a lack of concern or care for her and the kids and accused me of being cold about this. WIBTA. If I prioritize what my son wants and arrange for him to stay with his maternal family after I die,